If you're looking for a quick and easy snack idea for Easter, this bunny baked popcorn is the perfect sweet and salty treat recipe for you to make with your kids. Just using a handful of ingredients, this comes together really easy. And if you're a busy mum like me, a no-bake recipe is ideal if you're looking for something that's a last-minute Easter treat or something just a little bit different to traditional chocolate treats for Easter. It's also really easy to make it allergy friendly as well. In this instance, we're using dairy-free microwave popcorn. Then I have some vegan chocolate, some dairy-free sprinkles, and vegan marshmallows as well. And it's as simple as popping the popcorn in the microwave, melting some chocolate, and adding all those components together. You can add as much or as little mixins to this as you like as well. And to keep this one really simple, I just melted some regular vegan white chocolate chips in the microwave. You want to do that in 30-second intervals and then give it a good stir to make sure that all of them are melting evenly. Then you're just going to go ahead and add those to the pan, which has the popcorn and your marshmallows in it. You'll also notice that I lined my baking pan with parchment paper and used some clips on the side just to hold everything in place because it can get a little bit messy when you start mixing it together. Now this is definitely something that your kids can help out with as well. It's really fun to make, doesn't take very long to set up, and then you can just dig in and enjoy it. It's perfect for movie nights. It's perfect if you're making treat bags to send to school for Easter as well, especially because you can make it allergy friendly. So just give that chocolate a bit of a stir throughout the popcorn. I didn't use a whole ton of chocolate chips here. You could definitely add extras if you wanted to, but we just wanted enough that it would make everything stick together enough so the sprinkles will hold in place and it gives everything a little bit of creaminess too. And if you wanted to go one step further with this and make it even more colourful, you could of course colour your chocolate as well. Just make sure that you're using the right kind of food colouring for that. So an oil-based one usually works better with chocolate chips, just so that it doesn't separate or cause the chocolate to seize as well. And you could also just add regular milk chocolate to it, of course a dairy-free version if you're dairy-free or vegan, and then have lots of different types of chocolate running through it. Then you want to go ahead and add in the rest of your mix-ins. So here I'm adding 2 different types of Easter sprinkles. We've got some cute little bunny heads and then also some pastel Easter jimmies as well. But any type of sprinkles honestly would work. Whatever you have in your pantry is going to look great with this popcorn mix. Give that a really good stir again. So that's just making sure that the chocolate is adhering to it and then it's going to stick everything to the popcorn as well. And then the last thing we're going to do is add in some cute little Easter egg candies. So I picked these up from my local bulk store and they just happen to be dairy free as well, which is great. But you could add literally anything to this. If you can tolerate dairy, mini eggs would be a really nice thing to add into this for some extra chocolate bite. You could add cereal pieces, you could add pretzels, even different types of candies like M&Ms or Skittles. Whatever you have is going to go really well. Just make it as colourful and fun as you can. So while I finish mixing all of this up, we'll just quickly talk about how you would store this popcorn. Now, of course, because you've added some things to it, the popcorn will eventually go a little bit soggy. That's just something that naturally happens. So you definitely want to keep it in a sealed container at room temperature. Don't put it in the fridge because the moisture will definitely affect the texture of it as well. And then it should be good for about 7 days. We were actually snacking on this for a little bit longer than that, and it was still okay. It just went a little bit on the soft side, so I think 5 to 7 days is about as long as you would want to keep it for. Now, of course, if you do decide to bag it up individually as a handout treat for people, then that will prolong it a little bit longer as well. So it's definitely a great option if you want to get a little bit ahead with your Easter party prep, because you could technically make this about 5 days in advance and it would still be great for Easter weekend. So this takes roughly 10 to 15 minutes to set up. Obviously, the more chocolate you add, the little bit longer it might take to set. Make sure you let that set at room temperature again though, don't pop it in the fridge. And then you just want to grab a large spoon and portion it out like we did here. You can see that some bits of it have stuck together as well, which is really cool. And it just makes a fun textural treat for kids. Keeps it a little bit more interesting than having chocolate eggs all the time as well. And if you're like us and you need something that's allergy friendly, it is a really good alternative to chocolate Easter eggs. You can find the full recipe for this on bakeangel.com with all of the measurements, and I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thanks for watching. Have a great Easter.